evening. Welcome to the Lion Den Roars. We got Kane here from a couple different projects. I'm John. That's Chris. How you doing, Kane?
Oh, doing really good. A little stressed out, a little burned because of different things we're either we just put out or we're putting out soon. So yeah, it's I've been having a lot of burnout, but things are good. Things are going really well.
You've been hitting it hard, man. You got a couple different projects rolling now in the forefront.
Oh,
Death
dude.
Machine being the most recent. Is that correct?
Well, I just put out a single under Fuzzy Death Machine, which is called Vigilante Nuns Strike Back. For your viewers at home, Fuzzy Death Machine is well, actually, let me go into the other thing. Psycholand, which is my other band, is all original music, and also a lot of heavy metal and depressing things, anger, and so on.
Go out and listen to Psycholand. I gotta interrupt you, brother. It's no secret. I love that act, and go check it out, man. Particularly Gaslight. We'll be playing that probably tonight. It's good shit.
All right,
yeah,
thank you.
Stuff.
Yeah, so Psycholand is all original music, but Fuzzy Death Machine is actually something that I started experimenting with, and I really don't know if it even has a future, just something I'm toying with. But I got introduced to working with AI in music, and I used to just rail against that kind of stuff. But after a while, I realized that there was some merit to it, and so I started working with it. And so, yeah, with Fuzzy Death Machine, I just put out a new single called Vigilante Nuns Strike Back. I'm sorry, and thank you. Fuzzy Death Machine is all comedy. It was all humor stuff, so it's very opposite of what Psycholand is. But as far as
I imagine a great release of sorts, being able to just tongue in cheek versus the.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah.
Psycholand is almost always very serious. I think there's like a couple songs here and there that are funny, but it's almost always angry or sad or whatever. And Fuzzy Death Machine is completely the opposite. You get to see the comedy side of what I got going on. I'm going to be putting out a new album under Fuzzy Death Machine as well later this year.
Good to hear that.
Yeah, it's it's actually on the new album. There's a song on there that is probably my favorite, and it's about a woman who pays the rent. I'm trying to think of a way to say it without giving too much away, because a part of the great thing about the songs is that if you don't know, it's kind of like stand-up comedy. If you don't know the punchline, then it's a lot funnier when you hear it. And so I've had to try to steer away from some of that stuff. Like I had
no spoilers here.
Yeah, well, I had a song on the first album I put out called "Twerking for Jesus," which in and of itself, the title is funny, but then you go into the song thinking there's going to be like a joke a minute, and there isn't. It's actually, there's only one line in the song that's funny.
In my opinion, the composition of the song has merit and humor. I imagine that's obvious. To me, that's obvious.
Yeah, it was very well put together.
Huh? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, no, I lost what I was going to say for a second.
Oh, as far as the composition and the comedy, where the comedy is.
Yeah, well, one thing I do like about that particular song, is that the whole song is very serious, except for one line, and I'm not going to give away what that line is.
I know the line you speak of.
But the title kind of gives it away. And so for the next album, I'm trying to lean away from giving too much away with the titles, but also trying to make the title something that makes you go either, oh, that looks good, or what the fuck, and either way, and they'll click on it.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to figure out how to talk about the song that's going to be on the next album without giving it away.
How about this, if I may?
Go ahead.
Give us 3 guesses on like animal, mineral, or vegetable as to the nature of the song. Give Chris and I
Sure,
a couple
if you
guesses.
want. The
All right.
song is called "Only Farts." So you go ahead and guess.
Okay, in knowing your history, I know that you have a song that is largely farts.
I've got several. Yeah.
Right, okay. The one of having to do with Guardians of the Galaxy and this sort of thing.
Thanos
A
takes
character,
a shit.
character. Yes, that's the one I speak of. So, did you say? No, you switched up on me because I thought it had something to do with Is the album about the nuns?
It's that one's a single. That's Vigilante
Okay.
Nuns Strike Back, and that one's a heavy metal song about basically nunsploitation type stuff.
Okay, and that's already released, or that's coming up soon.
Yeah.
I apologize for being a
Yeah,
listener.
that just got released a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, excellent. Let's hear that tonight if we can.
Oh,
And
so.
okay, so then the other one, and refresh me with the shitty title, please.
Which one?
The one you were just talking about. The
Thanos
latest.
Takes a Shit?
No, the one that we're talking about now. And
the Only Farts song.
Yes, Only Farts song. So does Only Farts have to do with, is it like a play on another famous Only This or Only That?
Yes.
Okay, is it, babe, what's the only website, it's a social media site that's real? OnlyFans have anything to do with it? Oh, he guessed it in 2, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck it!
Possibly.
Okay,
that was a little bit kind of easy but it goes way more into it, and
I can't wait for it, man.
I can't, now that you said that, I can't really say much more, but
okay. Well, I didn't mean to spoil too much.
I think the most spoiler I will give is the song. There's a line in the song saying "paying the rent gastrically." So
that's enough to let our minds wander for days. Yeah,
there's some interesting songs on there. Plus that song about. I don't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but there's also another song on there called "Ode to an STD." I'm not going to say which STD because if I do,
you did not mention this. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not going to say which one. You'll have to listen to the song to figure out which one it is. But that one's pretty funny. I want to say what the song is about so badly, and I can't because it would spoil it. It would spoil it really big. So. So I've got that album coming out, and then after that I'm taking a hiatus from Psycholand after this the new single comes out, which is a cover of Gay Bar by the Electric Six. If you're not familiar, it was kind of semi big back in early 2000s, but I love the song and I'd always wanted to do it. So finally got that done, and then I'm going to be off taking a break for a while.
That's the magic of indie, and I imagine the magic of indie and any musician in the industry of any sort, that you can do what you want. But the goal of being an indie artist is, I love that song, let's do it. Okay. And it's usually about that easy, it's great, depending on how much of the song that you get in there. But love that you're on, man. And for those of you who are not familiar with Fuzzy Death Machine, you're in for a real treat. Psycholand is awesome in 7 ways from Sunday, but it's a real departure, I would say. I don't know, not a departure from you artistically, but a departure from Psycholand most definitely, and it's great stuff. There is a little bit of blue humor in this, to use an ancient term.
just a little.
We're dealing with culinary treats, delights, and cutlery. And
spork fetish.
Yes. And I got 100 questions for you, man, but I say we get right into it. What would be the first one? And I'm not sure if you have videos for these. I haven't had my ear to the ground too much with you, but I've heard of the tunes and loving what I'm hearing from you, man. What's the best way to listen or watch this one?
You talking about sport fetish?
Yeah, we could start off with that. I think.
Probably.
Unless you,
I guess. Huh?
unless you have another that you'd rather.
Oh well, no. Actually, sport fetish is a really great way to introduce people to the stuff.
Yeah.
I do have something on YouTube for that. I don't have a video for vigilante nuns right now, though. So you'd have to go to like Spotify or whatever.
Yeah, I think Chris can work some magic on the audio. I'm not sure on that, but yeah, sport fetish. You want to tell us? You want to tell us a little bit about this too? So
Sure.
you're mentioning AI, and I'm almost hesitant to ask: are these humans doing all the parts?
Oh, you mean in Fuzzy Death Machine?
Yeah.
For the singers.
I thought I saw some. Exactly. Go ahead,
for
man.
bear with me here. My thing is starting to try to scan on me. For the vocalists, from what I understand, they were basically paid, and they a lot of the vocal stuff. It was basically they had AI analyze all their vocals and everything, and so they get used in a bunch of music and stuff. I'm not sure how many singers were involved in that, but they've got a variety of stuff.
So you obviously you're playing in this. Did you do all the? I guess that may not be obvious. Did you program a lot of this, or?
Right. Yeah, Fuzzy Death Machine is pretty much, I would say, about 90% AI music. But when it comes down to it, I mean, I could, if I wanted to, just type a few things in and gamble on, because it really is, when it comes to messing with AI, it is kind of gambling, because AI fucks up a lot. But I could generate something and then throw it out and make money on it, but that would be really fucking boring. And that is just not who I am. So every song always has a human element to it, either me writing the lyrics or adding sound effects or whatever. Sport fetish, the only thing I added to that was writing the lyrics. But like with vigilante nuns, I added a shitload of sound effects to that, and had to go in and edit manually by hand a few things that I couldn't get the AI to do, and so on. So, I mean, I always have some sort of human element to it. It's just not as much as I would like because of the limitations of the software.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, it's coming out excellent, man. Keep it up.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's funny, it works.
Okay, so then was there a primary agonist to this story? I mean, what was the motivation of sport fetish?
Honestly, I wrote around the title. The idea popped in my head one day when I was trying to come up with funny ideas, and which is not usually a great thing when you're trying to think of something funny. Trying to make yourself think of something funny doesn't usually work. But I was trying to think of something, and all of a sudden sport fetish popped in my head. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so I just started thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, I really want to write around this concept, but I have no fucking idea what I want to write about. So I went into an AI program, a separate one that writes lyrics. And so I typed in, write me something about sport fetish, and it popped out like a bunch of pieces of crap. But it gave me enough of an idea of what direction to go in. And so I just basically made the song about a chick who gets horny over sporks, and there's a lot of food, sex innuendos and puns. And actually that's where the album title "Culinary Slut" came from. It's a lyric out of that song.
Another great title, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah. Right on. Well, let's check it out. If you got a fetish and it happens to be culinary or culinary instruments, got a thing for forks or sporks or spoons, I guess. Text-mexting, any of those.
Yeah, sexting with a spork.
Chris, roll that beautiful bean footage.
I dream of you, my plastic tool, deep inside my vestibule. You're not a fork, you're not a spoon, yet you always make me swoon. Shiny curves that make me gasp, shove it hard right in my grasp. Bathing me in your yogurt makes my juicy lemon squirt. Sport me harder till I scream, plastic teeth make me cream. Sport me deeper from behind, chocolate donut loves to grind. Sport me all across the nation, mutual mastication. Sport me longer while I moan, I'm your culinary hoe. In the moonlight, let me show, touch my taco down below, press the spatula to flame. Oh, you're such a kinky thing. Spank my bun cake till it burns, eggplants are now taking turns. Every bagel in me filled, and you're watching gives me chills. Sport me harder till I scream, plastic teeth make me cream. Sport me deeper from behind, chocolate donut loves to grind. Ice cream forks are so blasé, terrapins are so cliche. Sport me deeper till you nut, I'm your culinary slut. In the moonlight, let me show, pork my curtains down below. Bread we're sliding in the back, while your teeth has cooter snacks. Spank my kitty till it burns, eggplants are now taking turns. Glazing me through the endeavor, assault me with your deadly pepper. Sport me harder till I scream, plastic teeth make me cream. Sport me deeper from behind, chocolate donut loves to grind. Kumquat dripping sweet and tart, hope the beans don't make me fart. Sport me till I scream for more, I'm your culinary.
You have it, ladies and gentlemen. Fuzzy Death Machine in its mighty entirety. Excellence, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad that it's a lot of this stuff's turning out pretty well, and we're getting a pretty. I'm so used to talking about Psycholand because
Yeah,
it's
man, that's a bad habit.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap my head around. Fuzzy Death Machine is just me, and it's hard for me to wrap my head around that I'm speaking from the Fuzzy Death Machine account, but I'm talking about me personally. It's a different way of looking at it.
Well, I've got more members. I've got more members in my band Superposition now, but I've for years that we. Speaking of Kimmy and us and my 15 personalities, maybe I don't know. It was.
How many guys do you have in Superposition?
Technically 3 now. We're looking for a drummer, dude. If you know anybody, send them my way, man. I have no problems doing an impromptu ad here.
What area do you live in? Florida?
Yeah. But what the deal is have you seen anything about Punk in the Corn? This is my market research portion of the show. I have,
but I don't know anything about it.
Okay, well, allow me to tell you about it, man. Anyway, it's just I'm going to gig mode here. There is a Far Out festival up in Iowa on the 10th and 11th of October. It's largely punk. Yeah, man.
What part of Iowa? I've got some relatives over there.
What part of Iowa?
Oh, someone cut out. I think he cut out.
We lost Sean.
I think, yeah. John went bye-bye.
It's all right. I blanked out there for about 6 seconds.
Welcome back.
We got some pretty nasty weather out here, so it might be affecting me. I doubt it. Davenport, Iowa, if you didn't hear. Davenport?
Oh, Davenport.
Davenport. Yeah.
I'm familiar with Bedford and Fort Dodge.
I am not familiar with any of it. It'll be a first for us. But,
okay, yeah.
But yeah, we're down here in Tampa and picked up Chris Brandon from Gokseong and the old Anger Overdose back in the day, and a few other projects. But he's ripping the head off the bass, and we still have Kane down in Australia of Snakes. I don't think he's going to be able to make it up, honestly. So I'll be doing the vocals, and then we're looking for a drummer, so we don't have the drum track playing in the background. It'd like to be a total live show. But Chris and I have already been jamming a little bit together, and that's working great and loving it. But that's up in Iowa. So if you know any drummers and they're in the U.S., or anywhere in the U.S. and willing to travel that way, I'm willing to work up the practices before.
You have been needing this for recording or just for live stuff?
For the live gig, but it could easily work into their slot, if they were digging the music, I'd, pursue other things too.
I'll ask around.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. But that's not why you called. Thanks for letting me go into my shtick there.
Oh shit.
Good. Yeah, man, we go back. So before we get too far along, anybody listening, either now or in the future, please go check out both Fuzzy Death Machine and Psycholand. Subscribe where you can. Check out their music, buy some swag. So I figure we can just keep it on one project and then move to the latter part of the show. We could do some Psycholand if you want to do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
What would you like to hear first, or next, rather? Your latest, perhaps?
Yeah, let's do Vigilante Nuns.
Chris, are you able to do audio on that? Can we just pull up a spot link? Or?
Yep, I got it ready to go.
Well, right on. Any little, basic story behind this one?
Actually, yeah, but I do want to stress that I've had people ask me if that was me singing on the track, because it sounds kind of similar to how I sing in Psycholand, and I just want everyone to know that that is not me singing. I haven't provided vocals for Fuzzy Death Machine, but I will probably at some point. I just haven't found the right song yet. But the story behind it goes back to my childhood. When I was about, I think, 10 years old, we were like one of the only families in the neighborhood who had a computer, because my dad was like really into computers and stuff like that. So, I had I had a few friends who would come over or whatever because of that. But I got involved with this one program. Oh God, I can't remember what it was called, but basically it made fake newspapers and stuff, and you would print them out on your printer, and 10-year-old stuff.
Front page news, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, I would do the usual kid thing. I made up little stories and all that stuff. But my favorite part of it was the movie review section, where I would just make up titles and then review the movie and stuff. And the first one I came up with was Vigilante Nuns Strike Back. And it was basically what the song is about, a bunch of pissed off nuns who go around beating people up for their sins.
They've had enough. Yeah.
Yeah, some shit like that. And so I had already put out the Culinary Slut album, and I had already gotten several songs for the next album, but I was kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel for ideas. And all of a sudden I'm like, well, what about that one thing? And I started thinking about the Vigilante Nuns. I'm like, holy shit, that could actually make a good heavy metal song. And so I tried, and dude, it took me like 2 or 3 days before it spit out an actually good one. So it's not like you sit down, type, oh wow, good song, okay, let's throw it out. Doesn't work like that. I wish it did.
I can't see you doing that anyway, man. There's a perfection to your music that anybody listening will pick up on. To me, there has to be. When I listen to any of my stuff, when I mix music in any way, shape, or form, I always go by what I call the annoyance factor. I will sit and I will listen to it over and over and over again, like sometimes even a couple hundred times. And after a while, certain things about the song will stand out to me that just annoy the fuck out of me. And so I'll go in and I'll change those parts.
and by the time I'm done and I can listen to it all the way through without it pissing me off or whatever, then it's done. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why that works, but that's how I do things.
Yeah, well, those things are going to eat at your brain if you don't take them out anyway, so it's best to.
Oh yeah, there's a few songs from previous bands that I listen to every now and then. I'm like, God, why didn't I fix that part?
Well,
It's
kudos to you
fucking-
for not making 100 edits and remasters and whatnot. I mean, I can imagine that might be a occupational hazard for somebody that's going by the E factor a little bit. Yeah,
yeah, no kidding.
right on, man. Well, let's
So
check it.
yeah, it's just basically about a song about vigilante nuns kicking everybody's ass over their sins, and that's
But a concept
really
that's been
about it.
kicking around your head for a while, huh?
Well, it's actually
In the back,
when,
maybe.
well when I popped in my head, I actually hadn't thought about it in decades. And so it was like it kind of came out of nowhere of what about this? And I don't know, I don't really believe in fate or anything, but it was almost like what I did back then. If I hadn't done it back then, I wouldn't have, that kind of thing.
You
was
planted
kind
the
of-
seed, man.
right, but I didn't without realizing it. And so
Yeah.
it's been kind of interesting. But yeah, it's a fun song. I
Subconscious
really like it.
germination.
It's probably my second favorite song.
Right on. All right, let's check it out.
Vigilante nun, streetwise and divine, on chopper set ablaze, riding through the night. Rosary beads glowing red with rusty sturdy spikes, nunchucks laser bound and bashing justice redefined. Holy roller warriors rolling down the block, Sister Mary motherfucker brandishing a Glock. Craziest of convent cuties, twisted gothic penguin beauties, they'll make you take communion right up your tutti frutti. Vigilante nun strike back, holy warriors on the attack, vengeance-minded maniacs, saving souls violently. Rosaries barred for fatality, the wicked become trajectories. Wiffle ball bat to soul and they shut up the rectory. Street light flickers, she's on the hunt, the devil in her eyes and she's poking on a blunt. Scar-riddled face and the gleam within her eye, the wretched are fucked, the Holy Ghost to ride or die. Vatican vixens laying down the law, crucifixes forged into holy Chinese stars, busting through the doors, righteous and unkind, punishing the heathens where the holy light doesn't shine. Vigilante nuns strike back, holy warriors on the attack, vengeance-minded maniacs, saving the souls gone radical. Blessed are the meek, they shall inherit earth. What luck, they can have it after we give it a jolly skull fuck.
This whole ghastly story began developing 2 days ago, and from that point on, these terrible events kept on snowballing in a reign of terror that had not abated.
Forgive them, Father, for they know not the sorrows they do reap. Pray the Lord they see the light, and that their soul you'll keep. We weep for those we're about to save, but corruption is en masse, and the sheep became donkeys, so we're about to kick some ass. Vigilante nuns strike back, holy warriors on
tell private citizens to stay inside their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Hello, kitty.
Yeah,
Chris,
Shitty
which one is
joined
that? I don't know him by name yet.
me. This one's Blossom.
Oh, hello, Blossom. You got a cute kitty there.
Yeah,
New
She wanted
members of the
attention.
family.
No, they're always family. Yeah, my
Yeah.
baby's around here somewhere. They're my kids. I don't have biological kids, so gotta have fur babies.
yeah, it's the best way to do
Yep.
it.
Right on, man. So, excellence. Love that.
Thank you.
Great lines.
Yes.
Great lyrics. Hilarious.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I've been doing comedy pretty much all my life. I learned at a very early age that, and this is actually kind of something that helps with people who are against AI music. I figured out a long time ago, if you can make somebody laugh, they will be less judgmental and less closed-minded. And
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
I mean, I kind of wanted to come up with comedy stuff for with the AI stuff, anyways. But it occurred to me as I was going along, yeah, I mean, if you can make somebody laugh, they're not going to be as well. If you can make them laugh and you're also upfront about the fact that it's AI music, because
Right. Yeah.
there's something that really pisses people off. I mean, besides musicians who feel like it's taking away from them, that's a different story. But there are a lot of people who will listen to a song, an AI song, and they'll think it's the real person because nobody was up front with them. They'll think it's a real person, real band, and then they
Mhm.
find out that it's AI, and they get pissed.
They
And
feel
I
duped.
understand
Yeah.
why. It's because audibly, we don't have the uncanny valley. When it comes to seeing an AI image or an AI video, at least for now, you can still kind of tell something is off about it. That's what the uncanny valley is. It's like you don't know what it is exactly, but you know there's something a little off about things.
Mhm.
But you don't have that auditorily. So unless the AI music makes a mistake, like an obvious mistake, yeah, people can't usually tell. So
Yeah.
I try to be as authentic on that stuff as I can, and transparent, and letting everybody know that it is AI music, because I don't want to run in sometime down the road of. In fact, there was one guy when I first started out. I started posting Fuzzy Death Machine stuff on different platforms and
Right.
and different
Was
pages and stuff. And
Right.
this one guy in the comments comes out and goes, "Hey, this is AI music." And my response is like, "Well, yeah, no shit. I have that on my page. I don't hide the fact that it's AI."
Right. Right.
But you will have people like that who don't understand and will run around screaming, "Oh, this is fake," and blah, blah, blah. And so you have to be authentic. You have to be open. And it also helps a lot if you can make people laugh.
Yeah.
You know, there won't be, if it cracks you up, then your defenses will come down a little bit and you might trust the situation. So that might help open the doorway for other AI artists, which I hope it does. I just hope they also, I hope that they go against human nature and don't just churn things out and then publish them. But I'm afraid that they probably will. I mean, Spotify is already using AI to create fake artists just so they don't have to pay artists as much money. And it's shit like that is what gives AI and AI music a bad name, because AI is just a tool. That's all it is. It's the people who are behind it and use it, what can be the problem. And this is what I had always feared as soon as AI became a thing, and I realized AI music would soon be a thing. I was like, well, shit, Spotify or one of these people are going to probably create artists, and I know record labels are going to, because then they don't have to pay anyone. They may pay people to type in all these things and make sure that check to make there's no errors, but that's vastly cheaper than paying a mainstream artist plus royalties and stuff like that. So it's going to happen. Yeah,
man. It's hard to think about, isn't it?
It's a kind of a bleak future. There's going to be a lot of shifts. So I'm hoping, I mean, this is how I would do it anyways, but I'm hoping that the fact that I put a human touch to each of these songs, that'll help win people over more instead of, instead of everybody believing that it's just churned out and it's easy money, because no, it's not easy. Vigilante Nuns took me about a month or a month and a half. So it's not easy stuff.
Well, your own sensibilities of music is going to keep it in check as far as that goes, and people can churn out a shit ton of music, but who's going to listen to what? I think if you're not keeping an eye on at least some of the quality that's coming out of what you're producing, it's not going to be played much anyway. But humor is definitely a good hook. Everyone loves a great humor song. Not everybody, but a lot of people.
Well, if you hear a song, it's like a song called "Wildflowers Grew in the Meadow," and you find out it's AI, you're probably not going to be interested in checking it out unless it's that's your type of music. But it's like, all right, whatever. But you get a song like "Vigilante Nuns Strike Back," and it's like, okay, AI, I don't give a fuck. It's AI. What the hell is
I'm going to check it out. Yeah, exactly.
Or Sport Fetish, or Thanos Takes a Shit, or, whatever.
Well, it's that beautiful marriage of shock and comedy.
Right.
They go well together, man. They go well together.
Enough shock, not too much, just enough to give it flair, but don't.
These are the sensibilities that I speak of.
Don't
what you're saying, brother.
Just a shock, don't turn into a Tom Green or some shit. Don't do it just to get attention. Do it because it's authentic. But yeah, I always try to give everything a little bit of a what the fuck factor. Like that one song I wrote about Winnie the Pooh and being in the ghetto, or and running hustles on the street and shit like that. It's actually there's no, it's a gangster rap song, but there's no swearing in it, and the whole shock value behind the song, I could have probably come up with a more shocking title for it, like it's called 100 Acre Hood. And most people, if they're not familiar with Winnie the Pooh, which these days who isn't. But if they're not keen to the 100 Acre Woods thing, they might not get it and might pass on the song. But if they ever find out that it's about Eeyore and Winnie the Pooh and everybody else in the gang whipping up drugs, running the streets, having shootouts with the cops, you're going to want to check that fucking song out.
I do, yeah. I concur strongly.
Yeah, so I mean, comedy really, really helps with all this. I don't think anybody who starts coming out with serious AI music is going to get as far. It wouldn't be the same. In my opinion, I don't think it would be the same.
Yeah, time will tell. Well, let's twerk for Jesus.
What?
Sure, why not?
I said let's twerk for Jesus.
We should, yes.
We should. I don't think this song needs any introduction. Let's just go straight in.
Nope.
Yeah? You down with that?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Chris, hit the twerk button.
Got it.
sun beats down on that old red barn, plowing fields with these hands so warm, sweat on my brow from dawn till dusk. In the Lord's good work I've put my trust. Climbing off that weathered old John Deere, dust in my hair, but I feel you near. Got dinner on the stove and chores to do, but I find my joy thinking of you. When the day is done and the stars shine bright, I let my hair down in the holy night. I move to the rhythm of the gospel tune, twerking for Jesus by the light of the moon. In those moments grace fills the air. Feel your love in each shake and flare. Feet on the ground, but my spirit soars, worshiping you on these creaky old floors. When the day is done and the stars shine bright, I let my hair down in the holy night. I move to the rhythm of the gospel tune, twerking for Jesus by the light of the moon. Neighbors might whisper, but I don't mind. They don't know the peace I find in these small moves, each touch divine. I lift my heart, your love entwined.
I see you bouncing that ass like an 808. I see you bouncing that ass like an 808. I see you bouncing that ass like an 808. I see you bouncing that ass, bouncing that ass like an bouncing that ass like an 808. I see you bouncing that ass like an 808. I see you bouncing that ass like an 808.
Twerking for Jesus, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, it's funny is that AI wrote all those lyrics. On that one, I basically put in write a song with the title "Twerking for Jesus," you know, country western, and it popped out that. Well, after several times, it popped out that, and I'm like, that is fucking amazing, actually.
Isn't it?
And so I went in and threw in some sound effects and stuff like that, like at the end and all that.
Wait a minute, wait. Was the rap part at the end? Forgive me was the hip hop spoken word, whatever? Was that part of it?
That was AI didn't do that part. You know, the cow sounds, the rap part, all this stuff. I mean, the only thing that was AI on that was the guitar.
Beautifully
part.
done, man.
Everything
Beautifully
else I threw in. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Excellent. That's great. Hope to hear much more from this wonderful project you have going.
Oh yeah. New albums coming out probably later this year. So
excellent. As always, man, you're welcome to come on back and debut anything you want. We're happy to have you.
Oh yeah, would love to. Thank you, and thank you for having me on.
You bet. Still got a little bit more music to play from you, and I thought we'd change things up a little bit, talk maybe for a brief moment on the political atmosphere. You're over in the LA area, Orange County area, correct?
Yeah, I'm about 45 minutes away from LA.
and if things calm down for the most part, as far as the stuff going on around you? Not to candy coat everything.
Well, over here, there's not a lot of protesting going on. There are different parts of the city and local cities that are having protests. They're not getting a lot of coverage on TV. The stuff in Los Angeles is still going on, but the news isn't covering it as much anymore.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And because it's not really being covered much, then I don't really have much of an update because it's about 45 minutes away. Like
over there, yeah.
So any protesting I would be doing would be over here in the local area. I don't know the status of everything that's going on, but I'm assuming it's probably about the same as it has been. I don't see this thing dwindling anytime soon, and I'm actually happy about that.
Gotcha. I know quite a few cities had their own thing going on. Kimmy and I drove through better part of our town or one of the hearts of our town, and saw quite a bit going on. But it's always nice to have first-hand account in this day and age of media and where we get our news from. So I appreciate your take on it, man. Just asking about that.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard shit going on right now.
It also provides maybe a bit of a, I don't know, fuck it. This would be a good segue to go into your song Psycholand, if you'd like to. We got a great video for that.
Yeah, I don't think we have the music video up anymore.
Did you shake it? All right.
Yeah. I think we got a music video for Gaslight, and we got one for the Doctor Who song that we came out with recently. That's about it for music videos right now.
Gotcha. Right on. Well, let's check out Gaslight. Unless you want to do the audio for Psycholand, to do that. Is that still up?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's still going.
Let's do that. Chris, can you bring up audio for Psycholand from Psycholand? I requested this on one of our shows the other night. Or actually, Chris has we're doing a lot of radio now. And,
right.
Chris is doing a lot of radio. I help a little bit when I can, but we've got a metal show that we do on Tuesday nights, Blood Chrome Syndicate. It's on DPF Radio if you ever want to check it out. But we still hold the faith and requested on one of his other shows, Wednesday Night Rally, I think it was, if memory serves. I'm really depending on my memory right now. I don't know how much we could do that, but played Psycholand. So we're going to do it again. Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, actually played Sport Fetish, and then we went to Psycholand.
That's right. We played both of them, yeah.
Back to back. That had been kind of a shock to the system. So you played like all kinds of metal, and then you played Sport Fetish.
Chris, that was the Wednesday show that I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, that was the Wednesday show where we do the L Request show like every second Wednesday of the month. And Psycholand was requested, so I had to get Fuzzy Death Machine in there too.
Well, I do appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I had Brian Mullen blushing a little bit.
I remember that.
I had. Wait, who did I have blushing?
Brian Mullen. He's my co-host on Wednesday nights.
Oh, because of the lyric content?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here in the chat right now.
He doesn't know what I'm going to play, so right
now. Okay. Yeah, I had actually gotten a comment from somebody about maybe a month ago. From what I understand, the guy said that he was driving and Sport Fetish came on. So I guess he was listening to Spotify in his car or something. And he had to pull over because he was laughing so hard he almost got into a wreck. I was like, holy shit.
You might want to put a warning sticker on your tunes, brother.
I may. Yeah, I may have to. Yeah, I don't want to be causing no deaths just because they're cracking.
No. Hysterical laughter may be caused while driving, so watch your shit.
Yeah, that would kind of suck.
It's
Death by
good. Yeah,
death by hilarity.
Yeah, it's good to hear your friend was all right. Everything came out all right with it.
Oh, I have no idea who the hell it was. They had I had posted something on one of these things on Sport Fetish, and the guy replied on it, and yeah, that was not something I would ever expect. But I'm glad that it was effective.
It's going over well. Yes, right.
Sounds like it.
Right on.
I'm very
well.
proud.
If you haven't heard Psycholand, go check them out. Most definitely, one of my faves. This is the what am I trying to say? Your namesake song.
Oh, right, gotcha. The Psycholand song.
Yeah. You can give this one a little introduction if you want, or a big introduction.
Psycholand, the song is basically I wrote Psycholand originally around Facebook. That was the name that I used to give Facebook. So our band is basically named after Facebook.
Gotcha.
And I found the way people act online back then and currently, it's insanity to me at times. The what do you call it? The blind belief in various different people for various different reasons. People involved in health stuff, which they're just scamming people. Or, you'll have somebody post something online saying, oh, such and such person did this, that, and the other. And we should let them know how you all feel about it. And then everybody starts going and trying to tear that person's life apart. And, mob mentality type stuff, no room for nuance or, anything like that. And social media just seems really fucking insane. And so that's what the song is about. Just how, and I don't take a swipe at just one group. I take a swipe at everybody, including, the side that I'm on. I've got complaints about a lot of things on it. And so, yeah, it's just a song about how fucking ridiculous and yet how dangerous social media can be.
Well put, sir.
Very, very.
Psycholand, everybody. Like, share, and subscribe.
That would help.
Oh, fucking good. God damn it. Man, I know you're going on a little bit of a hiatus from your project, but please don't wait too long to get back.
I'll try not to. I don't think I could give it up even if I wanted to. It's just I've been doing a lot of stuff, so I'm a little burnt out, but just need a little vacation.
There's another member of that project. I forget the name. Is he still with you? With Psycholand?
I'm sorry. What now? Who
have another?
else?
There's another band member in Psycholand. Is he still with you?
Oh yeah, we got two others, Mr. Severe and Ronan, who's our guitarist. Mr. Severe lives in Australia and Ronan lives in Wales.
Gotcha.
So we're kind of international, so to speak.
Hats off to them. Fuck yeah, you guys. Well, yeah. Right on, man. So what you been up to besides working your ass off? What do you do for fun?
What's fun? I've never heard of that before.
What do you do for jovial entertainment?
I honestly...
You make it to the beach much?
No, not really. I'm not a beach fan. I'm more of a going to a club fan or visiting a haunted house fan or anything other than a bunch of fucking sun and sand. And yeah, I'm not much of a beach goer.
It's pretty bright and shiny sometimes.
Yeah, the sun is kind of evil, and I like to avoid evil at all costs. No, I'm kind of a homebody most of the time. Occasionally I'll go out and play pool or something, or see a movie or something like that. I haven't really gone out much to see movies though lately because I'm single once again, and I'm not the type of person who likes going out to do things by myself, you know. Gotcha. So mostly I'm a homebody these days. For fun, you know, I game, play like Fallout and.
Are you in Depths of Insanity? I forget, man. It's been going for so long.
The video game?
Yeah, you're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got 3 coming out.
Oh, he's putting out all 3 because I thought it was only number 3 that he's putting out. Oh, that's cool.
Oh well, 1 and 2 are still out there. You know, they're the precursors.
Gotcha.
And
yeah, I don't remember how we got started.
He probably found you. He found us. I mean, We're talking about Depths of Insanity from Sloppy Joe Studios.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine, and Kane's in the Psycholand is also in the game. A quick rundown is lots of indie music in the game. He has a release coming out in December. It's the 3rd version of the game. He's gone from 2D to 3D and first person to both 3rd and 1st, I believe. Lots going on in it. He's upgraded. Fun, yeah, man, it's going to be great. He's upgraded me. I've become a character in the game. I've got my own sausage restaurant and a van. Yeah,
I voice a bouncer. So I had to do
excellent.
That whole
excellent.
Something alien boy, you know all that.
Yeah. You gave us some voice tracks.
Wanted to.
Fuck yeah! I didn't know that. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. Psycholand and Fuzzy Death Machine are both going to be in that too.
Excellent. That's great news. So yeah, it's on stream. Go out, Steam.
Oh, is it out now? I thought it was coming out.
No. It's wish listable at this point.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I am up to date on everything. Gotcha.
Yeah. You're good, man. It sounds like. I think the prospective release date is in December. I don't know if he's nailed that down to a day. And you can go out and get 1 and 2 already on Steam. But wish list that.
It's going to be awesome.
Hell yeah. Are you familiar with Arcana Necronomicus, Kane? Have you heard the name?
It sounds familiar, but nothing rings a bell, so I'm just saying.
All right. Not to put you on the spot, man. He's a close friend of ours. They are a close friend of ours. they also have a nun in their outfit. So
Oh, from the first interview, I think he was there.
Yeah, they've been on a number of times.
That's where I remember the name from. I suck at names, so visually speaking, I remember things better. And as soon as you talked about that, yeah. I remember that person.
Well, we had a Halloween special, Kibby and all of us. We had a Halloween special, and we had it from their house, their castle, and he came riding in. I keep saying he, and that's why I'm rolling my eyes and whatnot. There's actually a nun in the band too, so it's 3 gentlemen and 1 lady. Butcher comes, the bass player, I believe. He comes riding in on a goat, and Kenny it was a real goat too, and Kenny got wind of that. Loved it, and put him in the game just on that alone. So he's.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I believe he had some music in there as well prior to that. But yeah,
it's gonna be a kick-ass game all around, man.
Fucking A, and more power to Kenny. He's been so kind, straight up kind, I believe, and getting a hold of everybody and making it work.
He's a cool dude. Yeah, I like him.
Fucking A. Right on. Let's check out some more Psycholand, man. May we possibly watch your video of Gaslight?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
I'm actually having a problem on my YouTube right now.
What's going on with that?
It kicks me out and it's not letting me back in right away.
Bad YouTube.
Okay, well, why don't if I can make a suggestion, why don't we play
brother.
Something from Spotify, either Mistress Suicide. Actually, yeah, let's just do Mistress Suicide.
Sounds good, man.
That song displays a very the range that Psycholand is. So for other people who haven't heard us before, I think that would be a very good introductory song. Although people should be warned. I mean, suicide is about suicidal ideation, and it's actually I wrote the song about a certain point in my life where I had to make a really hard decision. I'm not going to go into what, and it was basically a no-win situation, and so it was so hard that to deal with that my suicidal ideation from when I was a teenager came back. And I was at a point where I had to make a choice of whether to leave somebody or not. And either way was going to mess some things up and stuff. And so that song is about that hard decision. And at that point in my life, I was hiding the suicidal ideation, and it felt like after a while, because my life was so busy, the only time I got to actually sit and think to myself about everything was at night, and that's when the suicidal thoughts would hit me. And so it always felt like I had this mistress to the side that I was hiding, and then I would see her at night, So yeah, the song is about a lot of that, and it's a lot of really sad stuff, but I encourage everybody to listen to it till the very end, because it does end on a positive note.
And as we're talking about this, if you haven't suffered from this, you probably know somebody or know somebody that does know somebody. So just if you are, go ahead, man.
No, yeah, please have them talk to somebody. Try yourself to talk to them. If they have these thoughts, understand that just because they have them doesn't mean they will necessarily act on them, but it also doesn't mean that you should not take it seriously. Most of the time when people are feeling that way, they just want someone to talk to. So I encourage people out there, if you know somebody who's going through that, talk to them and try to get them to go to therapy. And if you yourself are going through this, dude, I completely sympathize and empathize. And I encourage you to look into a therapist. It's helped me a lot. Look into medication, because that has helped me a lot too. And
reach out if you can.
And reach out. But also, I want to say something else. And I know I'm kind of going on, and I apologize for that. But
you're good, man.
There have been moments, a lot of moments in my life where I was feeling that way. And it's something that no one ever really wants to talk about. And a lot of times, if you tell somebody that you're feeling that way, they become uncomfortable, and they'll say, like, well, we shouldn't talk about that kind of stuff. Try to think of something else, or things of that nature. And people are generally not equipped to deal with that kind of discussion. So if you're feeling like nobody will listen to you, I completely get it. I completely understand. I have been there. So please don't give up. Don't stop looking for someone to talk to. Look into therapy, look into medication. Just don't fucking give up, because down the road, great things will be there for you. It may come soon, it may come way later, but there's going to be something there that you'll be thankful for, that you're alive for. So just please don't give up.
Well put, brother. Well put.
I think we all have moments. I know I was there a few months ago, and thankfully I had people I could reach out to and keep me going.
Yeah, it helps a lot, and I'm glad that you were with us. Thank you.
Yeah, just never know what's going to happen. Life can throw curveballs at times.
Oh, shit.
And tomorrow...
Ain't that the truth? Preach it, man.
Tomorrow is another day a lot of times.
Well, I figured out a long time ago, and this is what the mantra that I kind of live with, that keeps me going, is I don't want to actually die. I just want the pain to go away in the most permanent manner possible, because I don't want to deal with that kind of pain. But if you think about it, when things are going great in my life, I don't think about that stuff. So it isn't that I want to die all the time. It's that when shit gets hard, that's where my brain goes, Yeah. And some people, that's just what happens. And like I said, it doesn't mean you're going to act on it. It just means you've got some serious shit hitting you, and you need to talk about it. And I wish people would just do more talking, Yeah.
It helps. Let's check out the tune, Chris.
Okay.
Well put, brother.
Yes, very well said.
I cannot fight. I cannot stay. I cannot win. Can't run away. Beaten by life.
Fuck yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Psycholand.
Thank you.
Excellent, man. How long does it take you to write songs? A song like that, you guys?
Oh shit. Clock Tease altogether, the album took about 4 years. That song, actually, if I remember correctly, Mr. Suicide was the first one we finished. I don't remember how long that took.
And writing an album for them, it's kind of, I don't know if you released them one at a time or if you put them all out as the album at once.
Well, you know, we did with Clock Tease, we put out a full album, but each cover song we put out has been a single. We're probably not going to do full albums anymore because it kind of just the way the music industry is now has shifted dramatically, and people are only interested in, you know, individual songs or whatever. Yeah. So, but it costs way too damn much to put out one song for $10, you know, each time. That shit accumulates. And so we're probably going to lean towards EPs, like a 5-song EP or whatever. Kind of like what I'm doing with Fuzzy Death Machine, is come up with 5 really great songs and then put those out. So we'll probably do that for the next album, but I'm not sure when that's going to happen. It took, but writing the lyrics alone, because that song, You're the Worst and Gaslight were originally demos that Mr. Severe sent me right as my my marriage was falling apart and I was going through a divorce. And he had actually written the songs for somebody else, and they were supposed to start a band, and she flaked on him. And so he came to me and was like, you know, do you think you could maybe do something with these songs? And I listened to him. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Are you kidding me? She flaked on this shit? I'm like, all right, well, her lost, my gain. Fuck it. Let's do something with this.
Lead a horse to water, brother.
It did. And I dropped everything to do Psycholand because I was like, this is something I can't even write that damn well. He does some great shit, man. I mean, the songs that I contributed to Psycholand were the song Psycholand and Gomorrah, and that's about it. He did all the music for everything else. So
you are all the vocals in Psycholand?
Yeah, in Psycholand, I'm all the vocals.
Excellent vocals,
and contribute. Oh, thank you. And contribute guitar and what else? Sound effects. Symphonic shit here and there. Actually, you know, in Psycholand, it's run basically the same as Fuzzy Death Machine, only the source of the music is different because all the music is written by Mr. Severe. Then he sends it to me. I add the lyrics to it, or maybe I'll edit things around some of the lyrics. Add some things to it, sound effects, you know, and of course vocals and other instruments, stuff like that. And then with Fuzzy Death Machine, I get the song and then I start adding things to it and so on. So it's different sources, but I'm kind of doing the same thing with both of them.
Yeah, that is another magical thing about, I don't know, maybe industry. I don't know if it's in an indie thing, which you see it the most in, or just a age that we're in technologically, but being able to have, you know, a member in Australia, a member in Wales, and it makes it easy. I mean, you can do things real time even.
Yeah, we're still kind of looking into that real time thing. I haven't wrapped my head around that shit, but if we can get that figured out, I would love for us to do something live on here.
Hell yeah. I would love that too. But even in compilation, I mean, like you're talking, you get a part done, it gets over to somebody else in seconds. They can work on it, send it back, etc., etc.
Right.
Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I have a lot of complaints about the internet, but I wouldn't be here without it. So.
yeah, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, it's nature of the beast.
Yeah. Well, I am jonesing for a little bit of Gaslight. Chris, is your YouTube behaving yet?
looks like it is. I had to reset my password and mess with a bunch of crap on it, but I think I got it back.
That's what we love about you.
Hey, I wasn't giving up. Never giving up.
Excellent. Excellent. Keep going.
Some lights here. Give me one second.
You said Gaslight?
Yeah, man, if you can. And we kid a lot, but hell yeah.
Yeah, I got it. We're good to go.
Well, this might be the 14th million time that you've introduced this song, but could you tell us a little bit more about this song? I know, man. It's I'm reminded of certain people complaining that all the people want to hear are the hits, but damn it. I'm not talking about you. I mean Jim Morrison.
No. I understand what you're saying, and I, for the most part, don't subscribe to that. Except for there's one song that I wrote, and thank God I don't have to ever hear it again. There's one song that I wrote like a long time ago that I utterly hate now. And so doing that live or being asked about it would fucking piss me off. So I understand, but for the most part, it's like, everybody is interested in their own thing when it comes to things I do. And I'm actually honestly really interested in how, what people think, or like on your shows and stuff, I was interested. What song did you want to play? Not what I want to play. What do you want? And I'm very interested in other people's perspectives on it. Oftentimes it's shit that I'd never even thought of,
Yeah. Right on, man. Yeah. The feedback is genuine, and it's nice to hear.
So introducing Gaslight, I misremembered that one actually. That one came near the end of the album. We were actually almost done with it with Clock Tease, and Mr. Severe sent me a demo, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna try to come up with lyrics and vocals for the song." And so he sent it to me, and I said, "Dude, if you can't figure anything out for this song, I want this song on the next album." It's just, there was something to it. I still don't know what it was.
Listen to it, everybody. You'll see what he's talking about.
Yeah, there's just something there. It's this grinding, sludgy type song
it's hypnotic. Yeah.
That goes from that to melodic. And I don't know, when we started putting it together, it just kind of fell into place.
And you might correct me on this, brother, but your vocals you hit it on that one, man. They're precise, they're clean they're not clean vocals, but they're precise and they're clean for what you do. It's tight.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
The music video has a lot of symbolism in it. I wrote the song, the lyrics around another time, a part of my life during when my divorce was falling apart. And it was basically, I knew it was falling apart. I knew what was going on behind my back and so on. And but there was nothing I could really do about it. And it just, I had reached a point where I realized that was being lied to a lot about a lot of things, and it all just kind of crashed and burned. And so that's what the song is about, is that point in my life. And the video is a lot of symbolism. And I wanted to do actually a video that was more about the actual events, but I don't really like getting that personal with things, with people publicly. So I decided to go kind of metaphorically, and so the bad guy in this thing is embodies is the symbol of trust. And funny thing about that character, my mom played that character in the music video. So the music video is just me.
And if memory serves, this video may have never got off the ground. Weren't there some complications?
Oh, yeah. Shit, I forgot about that.
See, we've had Kane on before. I remember some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And before we get too far along, man, it dawns on me now that these are such. What probably makes this such an intensely great song is because it's such an intensely. It's so much of what you were going through. I'm sure you were lean into it, and I apologize that it's one of my favorite songs for representing one of the hardest times of your life, man. But cathartically, you did it, man. This is how you do it.
Yeah, it was basically it was. If you want to put things in chronological order on the album, because there's a few songs about that time in my life, it would basically be Gaslight and then Mr. Suicide, because they're basically about the same moments, the finding out that I'm being lied to and things are falling apart and all that, and then having to make the hard decision: do I stay with everything going on, or do I leave knowing that everything's going to fall apart and all that? So yeah, it was very emotional and very personal. The music video was really difficult for me to put together, and sometimes it's still hard for me to watch, because around that time, my dog, he had an injury, and I was helping him recover and all that. And soon after, he died, and because the vets messed up on something.
Sorry, man. That sucks.
So it's hard to watch the video, because a lot of the scenes I know that he was off to the side of the camera. That wasn't why everything didn't work out, though. That's why it was hard to do, but and hard to watch. But there was some infighting going on at the time. Not a lot, but a little bit. And there were some things that happened with the music video that were supposed to be taken care of by somebody else. I don't want to go into who or whatever. And they didn't really come through.
Right.
And I got pissed off, and basically I almost left Psycholand before our first album came out. But thank God I did
not give up. Fuck yeah, man.
I'm glad
you stuck with it too.
Yeah, I was at a point where I was just, and the problem was that I had already been burnt out before going into Psycholand, and I didn't address that. So I kind of went in feeling burnt out, and then when I got frustrated on this particular thing, because I'd been doing a lot of work, and then this other person hadn't, and so I just kind of went, fuck it, I'm done. But after a little while, I came back and said, okay, I'm not really done. And I'll throw up my hand sometimes, but I never really quit. And so I asked them, okay, how can we make this happen? How can we make this work? And we couldn't really figure it out. So I moved on to doing another music video, and then came back to that one. So yeah, I did come back to it, but I almost didn't, because I was still very frustrated with everything. But I eventually did. So yeah, it almost didn't come out, but thankfully it did.
I'm glad it did, man. And if it's a bit much for you, don't watch it. It's all good. We're gonna be.
No, I appreciate it. It's fine.
We're gonna be closing down the show after this. Did you want to give out any shout outs to anybody as far as that goes?
Well, shout out to I'm sorry, what?
A hey mom, or I was just saying hey mom, or anything. Any gigs coming up? Or?
No, yeah, just shout out to Mr. Severe and Ronan, man. I wouldn't be here without them. So yeah, absolutely. You guys. They are my brothers, and they always will be. Yeah,
you got the new release also coming shortly. Is that right?
Yeah, Gay Bar is hopefully going to be out sometime this month, hopefully by next week. It depends on the distributor and how slow they are. But hopefully I will get Gay Bar finished before the end Pride Month, because we were hoping to have it done by this month, but a lot of other shit happened, so it didn't end up occurring.
Gotcha. Right on, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show. We'd love to have you back as soon as possible. And
absolutely,
all the best to you in your endeavors, man.
Thank you.
And
and
Chris?
Be sure to go to wearepsycholand.com and fuzzydeathmachine.com. Had to get the whoring out of the way.
Yeah, you got to do it. That's what we're here for. Also, Chris, I'm going to take the words out of your mouth. If anybody needs any video work done or logos or great art, go check out Mama's Maiden Studio.
She does good work.
She does excellent work. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And Chris, any other shouts that you'd like to give?
It's always a tough part. Just my newfound happiness and freedom.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
It's been a rough year, but I got a lot better.
It's been a rough year all around for a lot of people. So I think a lot of people at home understand, man.
Fucking A. And Kane, what you've been talking about, the way you talk about it, I'm sure it's given some bolstering strength to a few of us. So appreciate it, man.
Yes, definitely.
Anytime. I'm glad.
Right on. Well, we are going to play Gaslight by Psycholand, and we're going to call it a night. So you guys all drive safe. Keep your loved ones close, and we'll talk to you soon. Yeah, man.
Such a great video.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, trip down memory lane there.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on. Well, we'd love to hear more Fuzzy Death Machine. Can't wait for more. Look forward to that single coming out.
Yeah, the new album should be out probably by the end of the summer, I think.
Awesome.
Maybe sooner. I don't know. It all depends on how much I want to do the editing, because I'm pretty much done. I just want to make sure that I get enough momentum for Vigilante Nuns, and then I'm going to put out the new one.
Excellent. Right on. Well, let's wrap it up, boys. Anybody wanting to catch some more excellent music? Check us out next Thursday. Blind Dead Roars.
Thank you, everyone.
And thank you for having me on.
You're welcome, man.
You're welcome.
Our pleasure.
Yes.